press the view screen, the display button, and you no longer have those icons. Though personally I don't see a point, you may as well leave it on. It doesn't record it or anything. Below that is the menu button. You press that and you get your menu, which you can toggle with the little joystick thing at the back to navigate, and then you press menu again to get off of it. I don't know how well you can see it, but below that there's a little thing that says SD, and there's a little black button that's very hard to see there on the screen here, but it's okay to see in reality. You just push it left, and I don't know if you heard that, but a little drawer here, little lever, has little door lever thing had popped open. That is where the SD card goes in, and I have an SD card here, only 2 gigs, so not much HD will fit on there. But you put it in with the label facing down, and just slide it in and give it a gentle push and close the door manually, and it's in. Then if you want to take it out, you slide that says SD left, door pops open, push the end of the SD card that you can see in there gently, and it clicks out, and you just pull it out. Very simple, same sort of idea that most things with SD cards use. Just it has a little lever to open and close the door, which is a neat little touch. Now, this little round one here is power on and off. When you first open the display, it automatically boots up, which you may not want to do straight away, even though you've opened the display. So you can just press off. So you don't have to have the view screen closed to turn it off, and then you hit it again to turn it back on. Above that you have a light button, which is to turn on the light for using in night vision, and then to the other side of that is a little green and silver button which says playback, which you click, and then that will bring up a different interface, which I'll go into a bit more later, which allows you to play back your videos or your photos actually on the camera. So that is pretty much, I think I've shown the whole of the outside and all the buttons. So next, in just a second, I'm going to go on to tell you a little bit about the interface. Hi, I'm going to talk now about the interface. I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible, hopefully, because it's already been a very long review. But I want to do it properly and tell you about everything, which I hope to do in a maximum of 2 YouTube videos, but it's probably going to be 3 now. But never mind. Well, when you turn it on, let's see if you can see. Unfortunately, I'm having to use my web camera because I haven't got another camera to film this with. You probably can't really see it, but I'll explain what the icons are anyway, and hopefully I can find a picture to show you better. But basically, on the top left you have an indicator, a little icon, to show you whether you're taking a photo or a video. So if you're on video mode, up in that top left corner you see a little picture of kind of like a professional looking video camera, one of the bulky type. But anyway, then if you're on camera mode, you get a little picture of what looks like a still camera. On the bottom left you have a battery indicator with 3 green bars on it if it's full, and then it goes down depending upon how much battery you got left. On the bottom left, on the right of that battery indicator, you have a little symbol to show you what resolution you're filming in. I've been filming, because I've got a small memory card, only 2 gigs, I've been filming in 720p. So there, it's got a little green box with 720p written in it. If I was filming with 1080, it'd say 1080p. Then on the right of that icon, there's a symbol to tell you what kind of white balance you're using. Because I'm using auto white balance, it has a yellow A icon with a little like lightning bolt. Then that would change if you selected sunny instead, or fluorescent, or tungzang, or whatever that other white balance is called. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. Next, on the top right, you have EV, and then it tells you if you +1, -1, +2, -2 on that, which you can select using the joystick up and down. That I don't really know much about, and I don't really use it, so it's something you need to look up on Google. Below that, you have an icon with a moon and a star if you have night mode turned on. I don't think it appears if you don't, but that will show up if you're in night mode. A little bit below that, on the bottom right, on the very bottom right, you have a little yellow icon with a M in it. Well, it looks like it's supposed to be an M. It's supposed to be a memory card. If you have a SD card in, you have that symbol to show that you have an SD card in. Above that, you have a little sort of greyish symbol with a percentage in it, which is how full your memory card is. When it's full, it never seems to say 100%, it's normally 99%, and then the more you film, it goes down like 98, 97, 80%, things like that. So that's quite handy to let you know how much room you've got spare on that card. And then if you switch to the middle with that little toggle, if you switch to turn it to the middle, you get into the photograph mode. This is pretty much the same, except for some reason there's no percentage to show how much you got left on the card. I don't really know why that is. Also, the other difference is you still get your battery symbol, you still got your white balance and flash symbol, you still got the icon in the top left, except instead of showing a picture of a video looking camera, it's a still camera. The other two differences are on the very, very top right. You have a number depending upon how many pictures you've taken. So if you've taken 52, in this case it says 0052, and it shows how many pictures you've taken. The other difference is next to the battery symbol, on the right of the battery symbol, instead of having like 720p, you have what resolution you're using for the photos, such as 5M or 12M. And you still got the symbol on the very bottom right to show if you're using a memory card or not. Then if you turn the dial, the same dial to the far right, it gets you, see if you show you this, the setup menu, which you scroll down and up using the joystick again, like that, and you press the joystick in to select. You have the first option on the setup menu is bleep. You select that to turn on or off that bleeping noise that you may hear as I select stuff. Next option is date and time, to select your date and time. They're like put on the photographs. Auto power off, you select to select either none, or you can have it turn off after 1 minute of inactivity or 5 minutes.